Hello, dear soap opera enthusiasts. Welcome back to TV Soap News and Spoilers, your ultimate destination for all the juicy drama, heart-pounding twists, and behind-the-scenes insights from the world of daytime television. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most tantalizing mysteries that's been bubbling under the surface in the hit CBS soap Beyond the Gates. We're talking about the enigmatic relationship between Shanice Harrington, the compassionate and steadfast nurse who's captured our hearts, and Leslie Dupree, the scheming antagonist whose vendetta knows no bounds. Could these two fierce women be long-lost sisters? And is the enigmatic Peaches Richardson the key to unlocking this explosive family secret? Buckle up, because we're about to explore this storyline in exhaustive detail, dissecting every clue, every confrontation, and every potential revelation that could shake the foundations of the Dupree and Richardson families. We'll speculate on whether this bombshell is indeed unfolding within the opulent, intrigue-filled world of Beyond the Gates, or if it's a red herring from the writer's room. Trust you, this is going to be a roller coaster ride of emotions, betrayals, and dramatic flair that only a soap opera can deliver. First, let's set the stage by recapping the rich tapestry of Beyond the Gates, a show that has enthralled audiences since its premiere with its blend of high society glamour, forbidden romances, and cutthroat family feuds. Set in the sprawling estates and bustling hospitals of the fictional town of Evergreen Hills, the series revolves around the intertwined lives of the affluent Dupree family ruled by the patriarch, Victor Dupree, a ruthless business tycoon, and the equally powerful Richardson clan, whose matriarch, Peaches Richardson, is a force of nature with a past shrouded in mystery. Peaches, portrayed with masterful intensity by veteran actress Evelyn Thorne, is no stranger to secrets. She's the kind of character who can flash a charming smile while plotting her next move, her eyes always hinting at layers of untold stories. Over the seasons, we've seen her navigate alliances, cover-ups, and heartbreaks, but nothing has prepared us for the possibility that she's been harboring a sibling bombshell involving two of the show's most polarizing figures. Enter Shanice Harrington, played by the luminous Tamar Ellis, whose portrayal has earned her rave reviews and a loyal fanbase. Shanice is the epitome of grace under pressure, a dedicated nurse and medical supervisor at Evergreen General Hospital, where she oversees a team of healthcare professionals with unwavering compassion and professionalism. Her storyline has been one of resilience and quiet strength. We've watched her juggle the demands of her high-stakes job while dealing with personal turmoil. Remember that gut-wrenching arc in Season 2 when Shanice discovered her fiancé's infidelity, leading to a dramatic confrontation in the hospital corridors that left viewers on the edge of their seats, or the time she risked her career to expose corruption in the medical board, standing up for her patients with a fiery speech that echoed through the halls. Shanice isn't just a caregiver, she's a moral compass for the show, often clashing with those who prioritize power over people. Her warnings to others are laced with genuine concern, but when it comes to Leslie, those warnings escalate into full-blown confrontations that crackle with tension. On the flip side of this coin is Leslie Dupree, brought to life by the electrifying performance of Sophia Reyes, who embodies villainy with a seductive edge. Leslie is the ultimate soap opera antagonist or cunning, manipulative force who thrives on chaos and revenge. Her backstory is a labyrinth of grievances, abandoned by her family in her youth. She clawed her way back into the Dupree fold only to be met with suspicion and rejection. The Duprees and Richardsons have long been at odds, with old business rivalries turning into personal vendettas. Leslie blames the Richardsons for her father's dumbfellow scandal involving embezzlement and a tragic accident that left her orphan and bitter. We've seen her orchestrate elaborate schemes, poisoning relationships, forging documents, and even staging accidents to settle scores. In one unforgettable episode, she cornered Peaches in a dimly lit ballroom during a gala, whispering threats that sent chills down our spines. "You'll pay for what you did to my family, Peaches." Every last penny of pain, Leslie's revenge, and just about justice. It's a dramatic symphony of betrayal, where every note is played with calculated precision. The power struggle between Shanice and Leslie has been a highlight of recent episodes, a simmering conflict that refuses to boil over into resolution. It all started innocently enough, so it seemed, with Leslie infiltrating the hospital under the guise of a concerned relative, only to manipulate patient records for her own gain. Shanice, ever the vigilance supervisor, caught wind of the irregularities and confronted Leslie in a scene that was pure dramatic gold. Picture this: the sterile white walls of the hospital ward, fluorescent lights flickering ominously overhead as Shanice blocks Leslie's path, her voice steady, but laced with fury. "You've crossed a line, Leslie. This isn't just about your grudges. People's lives are at stake here." Leslie, with her signature smirk, retorts, "Oh, darling Shanice, you have no idea how deep these roots go. Stay out of my way, or you'll regret it." Viewers were left gasping as the two women stared each other down, the air thick with unspoken history. Neither has been written out of the plot, thank goodness, keeping the tension alive and the audience hooked. But here's where things get truly intriguing: the whispers of a sibling connection. Rumors have been swirling in fan forums and spoiler sites about a potential twist where Shanice and Leslie are revealed to be sisters, separated at birth or through some tragic family schism. And who might be the guardian of this secret? None other than Peaches Richardson herself. Peaches has always been portrayed as a woman with a vault of secrets, her elegant facade hiding a turbulent past. Could it be that in her younger days, Peaches was involved in a forbidden affair that resulted in the birth of these two women? Imagine the drama: a young Peaches, caught in a web of love and deception, forced to give up one child to protect her from the family's enemies, while raising the other in secrecy. Or perhaps it's a case of switched identities, a classic soap trope where hospital mix-ups or deliberate swaps lead to lifelong misunderstandings. Let's delve deeper into the clues that support this theory. First, there's the uncanny physical resemblance between Shanice and Leslie. Both share striking features like high cheekbones, piercing green eyes, and a certain graceful poise that sets them apart from other characters. Fans have pointed out side-by-side screenshots on social media, fueling speculation. Then, there are the subtle hints in dialogue. In a recent episode, during a heated argument, Leslie sneered at Shanice, "You think you're so different from me? We're cut from the same cloth, sister." Was that a slip of the tongue, or a deliberate foreshadowing by the writers? Peaches' reactions add another layer. Whenever Shanice and Leslie are in the same room, Peaches watches them with a mix of anxiety and longing, her hands trembling slightly as if holding back a confession. In one poignant scene, Peaches confides in her confidant, "There are things I've done, choices that haunt me. If they ever found out." The line trails off, leaving viewers to fill in the blanks. Expanding on this, let's consider the broader implications for the show's narrative. If Shanice and Leslie are indeed sisters, it would upend the entire power dynamic in Evergreen Hills. Shanice, the heroine, discovering her blood tie to the villainous Leslie could lead to an internal conflict of epic proportions. Would she try to redeem her sister, pulling her back from the brink of destruction? Or would the revelation push Shanice towards the dark side, questioning her own identity and morals? Leslie, for her part, might use the truth as a weapon, manipulating Shanice into eating her revenge plots against the very families that tore them apart. And Peaches, oh, the fallout would be catastrophic. As the secret keeper, she'd face accusations from all sides: betrayal from her adopted family, rage from the Duprees, and perhaps even legal repercussions if the secret involves forged documents or hidden adoptions. To make this even more dramatic, picture the reveal scene: a stormy night at the Richardson mansion, lightning illuminating the grand ballroom as Peaches gathers Shanice and Leslie under false pretenses. The wind howls outside, mirroring the emotional tempest within. Peaches, her voice breaking, pulls out an old locket containing faded photographs of two baby girls. "I couldn't protect you both," she sobs. "The Duprees threatened to destroy us all. I had to choose." Shanice, tears streaming down her face, clutches the locket, while Leslie's expression shifts from shock to fury. "You let me suffer alone. For what? Your precious reputation." The confrontation escalates into a physical scuffle. Vases shattering, curtains tearing, as years of pent-up resentment explode. Cut to commercialistic soap cliffhanger. But is this storyline truly happening in Beyond the Gates? Or is it fan fiction run amok? The show's writers have a history of planting seeds for long-term arcs, often drawing from real-life inspirations like family secrets in high society. In interviews, showrunner Marcus Hill has teased major family revelations in upcoming episodes, hinting at DNA tests and unearthed documents that could rewrite history for our core characters. However, he also loves misdirection. Remember the fake pregnancy scare last season that turned out to be a dream sequence? We must consider if this sister twist is confined to Beyond the Gates or if it's a crossover tease with another soap. The original query poses whether this story takes place in Beyond the Gates or not. And while all signs point to yes, given the characters' established ties to the show, there's always the possibility of a meta twist, perhaps involving a fictional show within a show or alternate universe episode. Fan reactions have been electric, with online polls showing 72% believing the sister theory, according to a recent survey on SoapCentral.com. Twitter, or X, as it's now called, is ablaze with hashtags like Shanice and Lesile and Peaches, where users share fan art, theories, and even roleplay scenarios. One fan tweeted, "If Shanice and Leslie are sisters, that hospital showdown is going to be legendary. Peaches better watch her back." Another speculated, "What if Peaches isn't the mother, but the aunt who covered it up?" Mind blown. These discussions highlight how invested the audience is, turning casual viewers into armchair detectives. To flesh this out further, let's explore the characters' backstories in more detail, drawing from canonical episodes to build a comprehensive picture. Shanice's journey began in the pilot episode, where she was introduced as a single mother raising her teenage daughter amid financial struggles. Her rise to medical supervisor was hard-won, involving night classes and overcoming discrimination in a male-dominated field. Episodes like Healing Hands Season 1, Episode 12 showcased her empathy, as she comforted a dying patient while grappling with her own losses. Contrast this with Leslie's debut in Season 1 finale, crashing a Dupree wedding with explosive accusations. Her villain arc deepened in Season 3's Shadows of the Past, where flashbacks revealed her abusive childhood and the pivotal moment she vowed revenge, witnessing her father's suicide after the Richardsons' alleged sabotage. Peaches' role as potential secret keeper ties into her own tragic history. As a young woman, she escaped poverty through a strategic marriage, but rumors of affairs and illegitimate children have dogged her. In Whispers in the Wine Season 2, Episode 8, she alluded to sacrifices for family, staring at an old photo album. If the sister reveal happens, it could parallel real soap classics like General Hospital's Long Lost Siblings or Days of Our Lives DNA drama. Now, envisioning future plotlines, post-reveal, Shanice might undergo a character evolution, questioning her nurturing nature if it's inherited from a fractured family. Leslie could experience a redemption arc, her villainy softened by sisterly bonds, leading to uneasy alliances against common enemies. Peaches would face redemption or downfall, perhaps confessing in a tearful monologue that wins Emmy buzz. The Dupree-Richardson feud could escalate, with business empires crumbling under the weight of exposed lies. Of course, we can't ignore the dramatic potential for subplots. What if a third sibling emerges? Or if DNA tests are tampered with, prolonging the mystery? Romantic entanglements could complicate things. Shanice's on-again, off-again flame, Dr. Marcus Hill, coincidentally sharing the showrunner's name, might get caught in the crossfire, torn between loyalty and love. Leslie's henchman, the brooding Victor Jr., could switch sides upon learning the truth, adding layers of betrayal. In conclusion, the possibility of Shanice and Leslie being sisters, with Peaches as the secretive guardian, is a storyline ripe with drama that fits perfectly into Beyond the Gates. While we await confirmation, the speculation keeps us glued to our screens. What do you think, fans? Share your theories in the comments below. Stay tuned to TV soap news and spoilers for more updates. And remember, in the world of soaps, No secret stays buried forever.